He dreamed of conquering the world, but in the end, he couldn't conquer himself. He was born on the island of Corsica, a boy of modest beginnings, yet raised by the thunder of war. He saw the chaos of the French Revolution not as an end, but as a ladder. With every step, he turned disorder into his destiny. The revolution, which had promised liberty to the people, instead gave him unimaginable power. And on the altar of its ideals, he crowned himself its god. He ruled through a combination of fear, fire, and sheer brilliance. His armies marched across Europe, rewriting maps and redrawing the borders of nations. He was a master of strategy, a visionary who saw the world as a chessboard and himself as its king. But every empire built on the foundations of ambition is destined to crumble. For Napoleon, the beginning of the end came in the unforgiving snows of Russia. The vast, frozen plains swallowed his grand army, breaking the myth of his invincibility. Then came Waterloo, a final, desperate gamble against the combined might of Europe. It was a battle lost, a dream shattered. And then, exile. The once mighty emperor was confined to a remote island, his world shrinking to a lonely rock in the middle of the ocean. The roar of cannons was replaced by the whisper of the wind. All that remained was silence. History remembers him in two lights. To some, he was a hero, a lawgiver, a modernizer who brought order and progress to a continent torn apart by centuries of conflict. They point to the Napoleonic Code, the reforms, the vision of a united Europe. To others, he was a tyrant, a warmonger whose insatiable ambition cost millions of lives. But perhaps the truth is something more human, more tragic. Maybe he was just a man who stared into a mirror and mistook his own reflection for destiny. A man who believed so deeply in his own myth that he couldn't see the man beneath. He saw an emperor, a conqueror, a god, but lost sight of the person he once was. Even gods fall, especially when their thrones are built on bones and their crowns are forged from the sorrows of others. The legacy of Napoleon serves as a timeless reminder that glory is fleeting, empires turn to dust, but the echoes of what we do, for good or ill, remain forever. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please like, share, and follow Relax Room, where we explore the stories that history leaves behind. Thank you for watching.